What's the funniest thing your toddler has said at the worst possible moment? My husband Josh and I were trying to fix our marriage after I found out about his affair. We'd been separated for 3 months, and our counselor suggested we go back to where we first met to rekindle things. So there we were at Romano's, this fancy Italian place downtown, trying to act like everything was normal. Our 5-year-old son Dylan was with us, playing with his little plastic dinosaur while we ordered. The waiter was this young guy who looked nervous serving our table. Everything seemed fine until Josh started talking about how special this place was to us. That's when Dylan looked up from his T-Rex and asked the waiter, "Is this where mommy cried because daddy kissed another lady?" Josh's wine glass slipped right out of his hand. I felt my face turn red hot. The poor waiter just stood there blinking like he'd seen a ghost. I hadn't told Dylan anything about the separation except that daddy needed some space. But a few weeks ago, I was on the couch crying while watching Grey's Anatomy. There was this whole episode about cheating, and Dylan must have been listening from the kitchen. In his little 5-year-old brain, he somehow mixed up the TV drama with the photo of this restaurant that was stuck on our fridge. He thought this was where it happened. And the lady Josh kissed? That was his own mother at Dylan's birthday party last month. But Josh didn't know that. He thought I'd been telling our son stories about the affair. "Monica, what the hell did you tell him?" Josh whispered through his teeth. "I didn't tell him anything," I shot back, trying to keep my voice down. The waiter mumbled something about checking on our bread and practically ran away. Dylan kept playing with his dinosaur like nothing happened, but I could see other tables starting to stare. Josh was getting that angry look he gets when he thinks I'm lying. "You had to poison him against me, didn't you?" he said. "Couldn't just let us try to work things out?" "Josh, stop. He saw something on TV and got confused." "Right, Monica, because 5-year-olds just randomly make up stories about affairs." That's when I lost it. All the anger from the past few months came flooding back. "You want to talk about lying? How about those late nights at the office with Rebecca? How about deleting texts? How about coming home smelling like her perfume? I told you, nothing happened with Rebecca. Then why did she text you at midnight saying she missed you?" Other diners were definitely watching now. Dylan put down his dinosaur and looked between us with those big worried eyes. "Mommy, why are you being loud?" Josh leaned back in his chair, running his hands through his hair. "This is exactly why we separated. You never believed me, because you gave me every reason not to trust you." The waiter came back with our food, but his hands were shaking as he set down the plates. He couldn't get out of there fast enough. I was about to bring up Josh's secret credit card when Dylan's tiny voice cut through everything. "Can we go home now? I don't like this restaurant. It makes mommy sad." Both of us just froze. Here we were throwing our problems around in public, and our little boy was watching it all happen. Again, Josh reached over and touched Dylan's hand. "Hey buddy, mommy and daddy are just talking, but you're using your angry voices, like when you lived at grandma's house." That hit me like a truck. We thought we'd been so careful during the separation, but kids see everything. I looked at Josh across the table. His face had gone soft, and I could see he was thinking the same thing I was. Our kids shouldn't have to worry about whether his parents could sit through dinner without fighting. Josh called the waiter over and asked for the check. We ate in silence for a few minutes, both of us lost in our own thoughts. As we were getting ready to leave, Dylan tugged on my sleeve. "Mommy, can daddy come home tonight? I want to show him my new Lego castle." Josh and I looked at each other. We weren't fixed. We probably wouldn't be for a long time, but maybe we could try to keep our son out of the middle of it. "We'll see, baby," I said, taking his hand. Josh took his other hand, and we walked out of that restaurant like a family again, even though we had no idea what came next.